Hi, SB Unified family. My name is Leah Delawan. I'm here to talk to you about FinalSite. There are four different things that we're going to talk about specifically. One is how to change a slideshow on your home page. The second thing is how to write articles, which will also come up on your home page. Uh, Create pop-ups that you can actually put on any page that you want, but I highly recommend that you put it on all of them, and then it allows them to go away. And then how to make a page in FinalSite and using all the different elements. So we'll keep it short, but I wanted to make sure that you had my contact information. So what we'll do is we'll start off with where we log in. This information should have been given to you through the district. I'm gonna log in using my universal information that we use for all of our Google accounts. So all of our permissions are completely universal, which is pretty cool. Now we're gonna go in. You're gonna see the home page. The main reason, there's a lot of cool things in here that you might wanna look at, but the main thing that I really use this dashboard for is to submit a request. Now they're not going to do any big tweaks to your website, mostly if things have gone wrong. If for some reason a page is just completely blank, might be a good place to go here. But you can also contact us at the district probably first. And if there's any big design changes, you'll definitely want to contact us first. Okay, so going into changing your slideshow. I'm going to use Dos Pueblos right now just because they are easy. So what we're going to do is this little thing is like a pen with a feather on top, meaning that you can compose your page. Yours might look a little bit different than mine just because I have access to all the different schools, but yours, so what you're going to see is you're going to see pages, banners, elements, all these things. We're going to go to pages, even though we're manipulating the entire website. Right now we're in Santa Barbara Unified. Here's Dos Pueblos. And we're going to go home. So right now, the front end looks a little bit different than the back end. My number one thing that I always go between is this guy right here. This is view the published version of your page. So I usually go between these pretty often just to make sure that my the pictures that everything that I'm doing is reflecting in the changes that I'm doing on the back end. I can scroll through this. Everything looks right to me. We're talking about changing this picture, right? These pictures right here. So what we're going to do, we're going to find that. Okay, we see this. Okay, we're good. We have the home slideshow. Everything's looking good. Those are the pages. That's where it's actually going to be imported into. What we're going to first look for is something called resources. These are our files. And sometimes what happens is exactly this. Right now I'm in galleries. We want to go back to resources. So everybody look there, file, resources. Resources is where we're going to be adding our pictures. Right now we have everybody in here. So I'm going to go into Dos Pueblos and I'm going to put it, because it's not within any of these categories, I'm actually just going to add it directly to the main page because it's on our homepage slideshow. The folder system is up to you, but that's how we've set it all up. I think that's the best way to do it. But here we go. So what we're going to do is not go there. We're going to go to public resources in the top right hand corner. I'm going to add a couple pretty Maui pictures because that's where I am. It's going to take a second to upload. Oh, so give me a sec. Sorry about that. Hopefully I can edit this video. We are at 87% and done. Done. Okay. Now what we're going to do is look for these two pictures. We can either add two, but just remember that your photo gallery that's going to be found right here, you're only going to be able to access the top 20. So that's all you're going to get. So there's not a lot of reason to put 100 in here. Even if you do, it's not going to access it correctly. So now what we're going to do, we can use these checkboxes and we're going to add that to an existing gallery. And the existing gallery we're going to use is the home slideshow. Sorry, let me go back. It's going to have your school home slideshow. Okay. Okay, those two were added. Well, what happens? We're gonna go over here back to this view. We can press refresh or that little eye. Okay, no changes. I don't see anything different. Okay, what's going on? Why didn't that not happen? Well, I know what we have to do is we have to go to galleries, look at for those galleries again, home slideshow. Here are, let's see, there are, looks like more than 20. So we just added those 2 pictures. The way the slideshow goes is in the order in which we have these pictures. So if I wanted to move this up, I can just drag it all the way up to the top because for you guys, they're going to be new pictures. So of course you don't want Maui pictures in there, but you're going to want your new updated pictures at the front. You can continue to keep this gallery just so you have them available. That's totally fine. Okay, we're going to press update and then we're going to look at the other one. So I press refresh, beautiful pictures of the beach. Hopefully it'll be of your school, of all these different things. What's really neat about how this is all set up is that this is called the Hero slideshow. That will allow it to format automatically so you can use really high quality pictures without having to worry about it. Let's see, what else do we have? Okay, so that's going to be how we do the slideshow. So remember, where we're going is we're going to go to this folder. We're going to add it to our resources, and then you're going to add it to your gallery and then change the order in which it goes there. Make sure that everything's looking good, and you're going to press refresh, and you're going to see the new pictures at the front. But remember, you can only get 20 images at a time. Okay, our next thing is how do we write an article? So the articles are found right here. This is our recent news. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of the district articles and show you how I do that. So where we go is there's going to be a section right here that has all these little squares, and we're going to go to posts. Under posts, sorry, give me a second. I want to do that. Under boards is where we want to go. That's where all of your recent news, all of your posts are going to be. So right now we have set up for DP, and we're going to go to the recent news category. Right now I have some duplicates. I'm just going to delete these because I was trying to show something. That's all you have to do. Okay, so I'm going to create a new post. Pretty simple. I'm going to go to Santa Barbara Unified and see if I can use some of their content because Cami has such good stuff. Let's use it. Okay, summertime resources. Let's go here, see what they got. Okay, so she has a nice big image that she put in there. So what we can do is we can take all of this content. Let's just say this was on a different page. You can go through here and just copy it. I mean, let's copy have a nice summer, and we'll go right to here. Dear family, students and staff. We're gonna go right back to our FinalSite. We're just gonna put all the information in here. It's actually pretty cool how well things paste in here. Sometimes you have to adjust some of the margins, but that was pretty clean. The other thing that we can do is we'll take this heading, copy it in here, put it right in the title. And then what we can do is we can either add a picture in here or we can add a thumbnail, and that is going to be found right here. So typically, Cami has it all correctly done for us right now, but let's just say we don't have a picture that really works for what we're looking for. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to screenshot it. So my favorite thing if you're using an Apple is just use Command-Shift-4. Gives you a little cursor, and I'm just going to go like this. Let's get some palm trees and make it look pretty. Okay, that's good, looking good. Now, since that is a resource, that is something we're going to look at all this. I'm going to go to select a thumbnail. So, and I'm going to go to browse. but we don't actually have that resource in there, but we always want to make sure that we're going to the correct file. So right now, I'm going to put this in the main folder as well. I might even, actually, no, sorry. We're going to go to posts and then Dos Pueblos, recent news, excuse me. Anytime that you're going to be getting a thumbnail for your post, you want to be sure that it's going into the post at the bottom. That'll make things much more organized. We're going to browse and look on the desktop for that pretty palm tree screenshot that we did. We're going to press done. That gives us a screenshot. The title, we always want to put the title in everything that we do. This allows it to be accessible to people who are blind or people who can't see very well because their computer can actually read aloud to them. And that needs to go in 2 different spots. Make sure everything's spelled correctly. That's going to go in the title and the alt text. And then you should probably say like palm trees in the back. Palm tree background. Summertime resources information, palm tree background. These are pretty easy, but all we're trying to do is make sure that anything that's going to be read out loud to anybody who's blind or partially blind, that they are be able to know what's going on in these images. Okay, we're going to press save. That's going to pop up for us. The next thing we're going to do is talk about our start date. So the start date today is June 17th. I like starting everything at 12 a.m. and then going out until a month later. Just think it's an easy thing to do. But that's only when it's featured. Usually you're gonna have more articles than that, so it doesn't really matter much. It's gonna get bumped out of the way anyway. The other thing that you can do is make your, see how these don't have a lot of content right here? Sometimes it's nice to bulk it up a bit to get some information about what this article is about. If you feel like doing that, typically what I'll do is I'll try to get some content that looks a little bit more, let's see, June 15th, California reopening. Sometimes I'll do something like this and just grab a little information that seems good. Okay, so we have our heading, we have the body of the article, we have our thumbnail, which is going to make it look really good here. And then what I think we're going to do is I think we should just press save and see how it goes. Okay, let's view it. We're going to refresh this. Perfect. Okay, so on the top of our recent news, looks like we probably could have even had more summary here if you wanted to. This is going to be a hyperlink that's going to pop up and it's going to have all that information we put in there. We could have put the picture in there if we wanted to make it look a little bit prettier. Maybe we can try that and see how that goes, see if we like it. So we're just going to paragraph down just like we would with anything else. And we see that same picture. Woo, there we go. Update again. I kind of chronically check everything. Just technology sometimes doesn't work the way that we want, and I always check it. Okay, looks good for me. Now that's how we do a post. So the posts again are going to be found in all these different shapes, posts, and then you might sometimes be already in boards and you might need to come back. So we're going to go boards, Dos Pueblos, whatever school you are, recent news, and that's how you find that, create a post one more time. Okay, now here's the real easy thing. We're going to be doing pop-ups. So pop-ups are found right here. So under Composer, you want to see how I went back. This is what we typically see. There are going to be all these schools here. You need to go back from pages and go to pop-ups. We did already do one. What we're going to do is we're going to do a new pop-up. This pop-up is going to be called Hello World. Close me down. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. Well, I want this pop-up to come out today. Oops. And then I want this to be done around August 1st because that's when school starts and this information is no longer relevant. This is going to be your key tool right here. What we're going to be seeing is what pages. Are we going to do all pages or specific pages? All pages, selected pages. What I would probably do is just do the home page, not at Santa Barbara Unified. You won't have that access anyways. It'll be at your school. You can choose to select all and make it so it's on every single one. Select all. Or you can just go on the homepage because that's where most people go. That's really up to you, but I'm just going to put it at the homepage. So I'm at selected pages. Okay, and I'm going to press save. Let's see what this looks like. Again, I'm going to press refresh, see if I get another pop-up. Hello world, close me down. Well, what happened is we actually have a different pop-up. So we actually see how there's different numbers. This is what happens when we have more than one pop-up at a time. And also this button is what's going to happen if you want to create another link. So let's see if we can do that real quick. Let's see, close me down. What we can do is let's direct this to something on our web page. So let's just say we are excited about them now seeing what's going on with, let's say, senior class information. We got all this senior class information. We can copy it right here. And we're going to go, check me out. Check me out. And we're going to link it to that page. We can either link it to the page by taking that URL, or we can actually do something really neat that FinalSite has. I really like this, is you can add it to a page. So you can go through the page and we can go, so that would be if we wanted to do an external link, like if there was a, you know, the county at office or something like that. But this one, if we want to do an internal redirect, we're just going to go through Santa Barbara Unified again. We're going to go to Dos Pueblos and we're going to see students senior class info. Okay, looks good. Check me out. Let's update this bad boy. See what this looks like on our homepage. Go back to our homepage. So check me out. We can go that way. Takes you directly to that. And you're like, wait, I want that cool button that the other one has, right? What we're going to do, the way we do that is we're going to go to styles. And I prefer, you can experiment with all of these, but the extra large button I tend to like on that guy. So that's how it went on there. We're going to update it again. Again, these are just fun little things that I'm doing. You can make it really basic. You can hyperlink it. Now we got that cool colored button that's going to be correlated to your school. You can say, don't show me again. And all that info is going to go right here to the left-hand corner, however you want to make that work. But that is how you're going to do your page pop-ups. So we did our change slideshow, write articles, create pop-ups. The last thing is editing pages. So what we're going to do is I just went out of this. I'm going to delete this. I definitely want to delete this page pop-up. DP doesn't want our junk. So let's go back there. Looks like everything's good. Address verification still in. Okay, so this is, I think, the number one thing that I got confused at the very beginning is sometimes where things are. Banners, elements, themes. It's right here hiding underneath the feather, going to pages. Sometimes you have to go back between these to kind of go through here. We're going to go back to DP and go to the home page. We see our pretty sunset pictures. This is what all the different little, they're called elements, look like on the back side. This is the front side of it, and they look kind of different, somewhat similar. But now we're gonna go through and change a page. So one page I really would love to work on is under students and under senior class. There's just a lot of stuff going on right now. So senior class. So of course we have all these button options. I don't know, maybe there's something I want to add. Maybe I want to add stickers. Now, if I go under senior class, what you can do is you can make a new page. A new page, okay. I want to call it, what would we call it? Stickers for senior class. And this is going to be under students, seniors. Okay, that all looks good. It's if you wanted to link it to an external link, this is where you would do it. Make sure it opens in a new window. You just copy the URL. So you can go in external redirect, copy the URL, pop up in a new window, and that's what that would be. But we're going to go to our new page, and it's going to say stickers. We're going to keep it in navigational so we can see what that looks like. So we're going to go save. Okay, so we're in here. We got stickers. We have our header. We have our right navigational banner. And let's just see if this shows up for us. Well, it hasn't been published yet, so it shouldn't be under anything yet, but it's going to be under senior class stickers, which is, let's see, let's publish it just to kind of see what it looks like. We're going to view it. Okay, so we have it right. Let's see. So what it's going to be, it's going to enter students in senior class, and then you're not really going to see it until you get to this right-hand menu right here to stickers. So that's what it's going to look like. That's our preview. Now, all this seems pretty obvious. We have, these are our content elements, so we can just start typing away. We can add more text in here. And then this is going to be kind of neat because we can go heading, and then it's going to look a little bit different. So that's how we basically want to do it. This is, again, one of those things that have to do with accessibility. As you go through, instead of configuring the font and changing the sizes, the best thing to do is to change it here according to where it is. So it shouldn't be a heading 1, it should be a heading 2, because this is technically the heading 1. So when the recording, or when it's reading the page, what it does is it actually reads each thing as its rank. And the rank is told by where it is. Is it a heading 1, heading 2, formatted, all of these different things. Okay, so this is a pretty basic element right here. So this is a content editor. If you wanted to start getting fancy, that's this right here, add an element. You can add an image. You can add another resource. But mostly the thing that I would think that you guys would be curious about are accordions. So accordions allow you to hide information. I typically don't like these titles up here. I don't think they look formatted correctly. So the way you can get rid of those is by turning this off. But what I do like is this guy right here. So let's just say we want some sticker information. Sticker information. Save. And I want to say these are free for seniors. Save. Okay, so we're going to publish this and see what this looks like on the other page, just because it always looks a little bit different. Okay, so the benefit of pop-ups is that instead of having 17 pages of senior class information, I could have 17 things like updated cap and gown, important end of the year messaging, all of those things could be here. And instead of having a whole nother page of this stuff, I could actually have an accordion, and then you wouldn't have all these buttons too. So actually publishing things are pretty straightforward. It's just making sure that all the components of the page can look the way that you want it. Another thing that you might want to add, oh, so that's how you add another panel. Another thing you might want to add is some interesting formatting. So the formatting you're going to get right here under layout, right where we got the accordion, like a dual layout. Ooh, this is kind of cool. Oh, I can take this and move it in here. Ooh, I can do side by side. Oh, I can take this component and put it next to it. That could be really cool. So I'm going to publish that again. I'm going to preview that bad boy and see what we got. So now we have an accordion that's next to it, plus this title. Obviously this doesn't look good, but you can start configuring it the way that you want. Oh, maybe I want this accordion longer. How do I do that? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go right here. This was the settings. The settings is gonna give you a little bit more information. You probably won't need a lot of that, but go ahead and explore it. This is gonna go, oh, I can put this into thirds, or I can put it in 2/3 and 1/3. How does that look? Again, we're gonna publish and view, check it out. See, the sticker information actually got longer. So depending on what you're looking for aesthetically or trying to get the information to our users as fast as possible, that is the way that I would create a page. So there's a lot more to talk about, but I don't want this to go on forever and ever. Again, my contact information, just in case you need it, or if this tutorial was just terrible and you just need more info, this is me right there. Have a great morning, evening, afternoon, whatever's going on with you, and thanks so much.